Hey guys, I thought I'd catch your attention with don't use this company. So the question is, what company is Gary talking about? Well, it's not a particular company. It's actually a much larger issue that Laurie brought to me in an email. She said she was representing a buyer and the seller had sent an email saying, my seller will not entertain any inspections or repair requests from this particular company. If they do the inspections. And so she wanted to know if that was legal. And I said, well, it's kind of a tricky issue because prior to 2017 in the 40-57 statute, that's the statute that governs you guys, it said that an agent could not interfere with the consumer's choice. And so there's an argument that could be made prior to 2017 that does interfere with their choice. And as such, it's not a valid provision. Now, I could argue counter that the contracts between the buyer and the seller has nothing to do with the agent. The seller and buyer can put what the heck they want in there, so it doesn't really apply. Moving forward to past 2017, that provision was changed in our statute that says that an agent may not interfere with the consumer's ability or right to choose an attorney, title insurance company, homeowners insurance, and things like that as the law permits. So it's really squeezed that down quite a bit. So it probably does not. It's probably not illegal. I don't think there is anything that would prohibit it. I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't like it. But remember, the parties between themselves, the buyer and the seller, they pretty much can contract for what they want to as long as it's legal and not discriminatory. So if the buyer and the seller want to put something in the contract as to they're not going to use a particular company or whatever, then that's a contracted term in which the parties can agree amongst themselves. So I don't think it's a problem. But I would say this, whether you're using the CCRA contract here in the Midlands or the state contract in other cities, let's say the seller puts in there that they're not going to accept a termite inspection from the Gary Pickering Termite Company, and the buyer uses them. And then you submit a repair request wanting $50 or $100 worth of repairs. Well, they're going to not sell the house to you because you used that particular company. I mean, it really becomes all negotiable terms because under both contracts, the buyer gets the repair request, submits them to the seller, and the seller says yes or no. So if they're minor, I mean, is the seller really going to walk away from that if it's nothing? So, I mean, to me, I think it becomes kind of a non-issue, but the bottom line is I believe you can do that. So hopefully that helps y'all out, answers a question that maybe some of you have had on your mind. I hope everybody has a good weekend. I've asked you, please do me a huge favor. As y'all know, we're doing these podcasts. I know you're probably tired of hearing about it, but we love our podcast. We've already had 4 outstanding episodes. And if you'll click the link below, it takes you to iTunes, and you can listen to all our podcasts. They're always under 30 minutes. They always come out on Thursday. And they're always going to be something that I guarantee if you listen to, you're going to learn and get something out of it. You can listen to it on the way to work, on the way home, while you're working out, cooking, whatever. We try to keep them short and entertaining and informative. So really appreciate y'all support of the podcast. If you will like us, share us, comment on it, the more we get of that, the better we can try to get more guests and bigger topics on there to cover things you need to know. Thanks, guys.